from a normal programmer to an AI programmer? Like, how can the shift happen? Like, is there a like, are there tools that a person has to learn, or how does this leap happen? How does this leap happen?
So, I mean, like, I feel an AI programmer is probably, I mean, if you're saying someone who writes software to build machine learning tools, I mean, generally for software engineering, I mean, I'm just generally, I think math is very important. People need to know math, because if you don't know math, then it's just like you're. I mean, I won't trivialize it, but it's pretty similar to just
Math at what level?
laying.
At which level?
It's with machine learning, it is at a pretty advanced level. So
Okay.
I mean, calculus is very important, linear algebra. So it's a pretty advanced level, because you are building things that people haven't built before, right? So if it was easy math, they would have already built it. So it is a little more complicated. So I think it's very important for you to understand math to the level of, I mean, I honestly think like engineering level math is actually pretty good. What we do in the first 2 years of engineering, it's actually pretty good. The problem is we never implement it. It's always very theoretical. But machine learning, all those people who sit down and say, "Oh, bro, I learned trigonometry. Where am I using it? This is where you're using it." Right?
Okay.
All this, not trigonometry, calculus, Oh, people be like, d by dx, why do I care? I just want to know how to do my taxes. Okay, cool. I mean, whatever. But people use it. It's not just there for, just for like, here's something complicated which I'll just ruin people's lives with. It's useful. So a good level of good understanding of math is definitely required for you to be effective. Programming, it's a tool, right? It's again a tool for you to interface with the computer. So it's important. Being a good software engineer is important, but knowing math is I would say more important for someone to get into AI. I won't say AI again, machine learning. Understanding how these things work behind the scenes. So tomorrow you can go and build something or use something or try and understand how this thing works for whatever your use case is. So I would say math is first thing. Being a good software engineer, if you are already a good software engineer, I think that's a great skill to have. Not many people, even like top AI researchers aren't very great.
Software engineer, as in you're talking of only developers,
Yeah,
programmers.
exactly. So if you know how to take an idea, whatever that idea might be, and implement it in a nice, clean way, being a software engineer, that's a really great skill to have. A lot of people don't have it. A lot of top AI researchers write trash code. Okay, and then good software engineers write good code, but they also need to know the math. So software engineering is sort of like this. You need both, right? You need to know the math and you need to know how to write it nicely. So, but if you're already a good software developer, get the math right, try and understand what's going on behind the scenes. And today, I mean, compared to what was even like 5-6 years ago when I started working on this, there are a lot of things, a lot of resources out there for people to learn. Be it existing models which you can test and try and go wild with, which try learning by trying. That's one way. There's also great resources, right? Like I don't read books. I tend to go more on YouTube. So I mean, from 2014, I was 15. I'm not sure. There's a professor. His name is Andrew Ng. I would say he is the first guy who sort of popularized the sort of study on this on AI on a large scale. He had this YouTube course, which is still relevant for someone who wants to start even today. Because honestly, AI has gone very advanced, but you can't just jump there. You need to sort of build yourself up. And his courses do a very good work of like teaching you the basics, getting it on the math, and it also gives you that certain level of respect for people who do this. Because once it starts getting more and more complicated, it's crazy. Because I honestly don't know how to do it. These guys are wizards. Because how did they figure out that putting this kind of layer and whatever, right, is going to give you this kind of output? It's honestly, there is no science to it. There is, and I don't understand it. That's probably true. But this Andrew Ng's course is a great resource, just start off, and that gives you, I would say, 40-50% of the knowledge you require to understand anything else.
Okay.
So and then you have this guy who was basically the ex-head of Tesla's self-driving unit. I mean, before that, he still is a great researcher. His name was Anvej Karapati. And he has this, YouTube course on computer vision from like Stanford when he used to teach there.
Okay.
And now he started a course on LLMs, which is the science behind
What
ChatGPT.
is NLM?
LLM.
LLM.
LLM stands for large language models.
Large language.
Large language models, which is basically what ChatGPT is.
Okay.
So now, since that's in the news and everyone wants to know about it, he has a great course on it. So
Okay.
there are few. I mean, I know Adarsh Karapati. There's also MIT OpenCourseWare. MIT is, I mean, honestly, people don't need masters. People don't need bachelors. Honestly speaking, you just need it just for that sort of, that tick mark, or that sort of, you have been accredited to.
Probably more dowry in India.
I don't know about that.
No, you're not married. You should tell me.
Huh?
You're not. You're still
I'm
single.
priceless. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it can be societal, obviously. I mean, it is. I mean, I see a lot of people like, oh, yeah, I got a master's, yeah, and what, like,